guys, welcome back to Buggy Beauty. Yes, my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. Ignore that. We're gonna do something with that here in a little bit. As you guys can tell, I've got my base on and ready to go. I've got some new products on my face. I'll list those below in the description box. And today we're just gonna focus on an eye look using the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette and the James Charles X Morphe palette. Yeah, let's get into it. For eye primer today, we're going with the Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer in Satin Blush. We're gonna put that all over our lids. Be sure to blend that all the way up to the brow. And I'll bring some out just a little bit on the end because I like to feather those colors out. Y'all, I love this new highlighter. I got it from AOA Studio. I know you hear me talk about them a lot. They are an online cosmetic line that everything costs $1 or less. Sometimes, like I got this brush set, came with I think 10 brushes, little leather pouch, and everything for $10, and it donates money back to animals in need. So this is the little highlighter that I got. It's actually called Powlighter, and this one is in the shade ASTRO. I love that, man. It kind of has a little bit of glitter in it, but not much. And that, look, I didn't get any out. I'm just swirling in the what's up there. Look at that, man. That's like glass. I love it though. To start out, we're gonna dip into the shade Mary in the James Charles palette using the Jaclyn Hill 30 brush. You can see I got it there on the end. And we're just gonna buff that into the crease using little stamping motions, little very soft stamping motions. Placing that down in the crease. And then once I've got that placed, I like to go same brush and just kind of fluff that out. Get that really blended in there. Now using the JH33 brush going into the shade Boutique, we're gonna set that in a little bit more on the outer corner and the lower, and bring it up into the lower crease. Just packing that in. Like I say, keeping that a little lower, and then just fluffing it out and blending it in with that shade Mary all on the end. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I have a spot on my left eyelid that color just will not really grab to. I've always had trouble with it. I don't know why, but it's right here. I can sit there and pack color in as much as I want, but when I go to blend it, it just will not. It doesn't want to do it. Now using the JH40 brush, I'm going to go into the James Charles palette and pick up the shade Rusted. What I'm going to do is start that on the inner corner in the lower crease and work that over to meet the shade Boutique. Tapping that in. And then starting to blend. Now going back in with the original brush that we used for the transition shade, the JH30, and we're just gonna go over the edges of that and soften that up a little bit. JH43, it's a flat shader brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Bomb ASS. This shade right here. We're gonna put that all over the lid. It's called a bomb booty. We don't say those words on this channel. I'm gonna use my finger to press that in, get the most pigment off of that. I think that helps to use your ring finger. So just swirl into that and hello. He's talking to me. What do you want, buddy? What do you want? Hmm? You can't get on my lap right now. No. Using that same brush that we used to lay down that color, I'm gonna take what's left on that brush and just tap right underneath that lower lash line. Now using my Eco Tools Define Crease Brush, I think I'm gonna dip into Pinkity Drinkity out of the James Charles palette and kind of blend that out. I want a little bit more definition on the outer corner. I'm gonna use the JH42, which is a little domed detail brush. What I'm gonna do is dip into the shade Framed of the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's a really dark like maroon shade right there. Press that in on the outer V. To shape that V a little bit more, pulling it up into the crease. Now going back with the JH30 and just going right over the edges of that. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Now using my ring finger, I'm going to go into the shade Shook in the James Charles palette. I'm going to tap that on the outer third of my lid space, okay? Now using that same little dome detail brush, I'm going to go into the shade Framed again, mixing that with the shade Boutique from the James Charles palette. Tapping the excess off on the back of my hand. What I'm going to do is press really close to that lower lash line, like right where the lash meets the waterline. Just to darken that up a little bit. Being sure to bring that all the way up to meet the outer V. Now in the James Charles palette, mixing a little bit of the shade Artistry with Sister. I'm going to put that on the center of my eyelid. Okay, for my inner corner and my brow bone, I'm going to use the JH41, and I am going to use that highlighter that I used on my face. I just tapped a little bit of that into the lid here. I'm gonna wet my brush. Now just pressing that into the inner corner. Ooh! Man, that's pretty. I'm tucking that right underneath the arch of the brow bone. Okay, now that I have all of that on, I'm gonna set my face again using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Y'all got a little piece of hair down here that's not staying up and it's tickling me. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry down. I'm going to put on eyeliner, curl my lashes, and put on some falsies. And I've got some new, I've never tried this, the lash glue from Benefit, so we're gonna use that today, see how that works. And we'll do a check-in a little bit later and see how well they do. This one says 48-hour latex-free lash glue, which until I had a bad situation with really itchy eyes, I didn't realize that lash glues have latex in them. I'm highly allergic to latex. So that explains why my eyeballs were about to pop out of my head. So anyway, that's what the lash glue looks like. It goes on white and dries clear. So I'll let you guys know how that works out for me. All right, I'm gonna do my liner and mascara and I'll be right back. I've already filmed this outro once and realized my camera wasn't on. Anyway, okay, so this is the final look. For eyeliner today, I used the Revlon Color Stay in black. I did that on my waterline, my tight line, and my upper lash line. For mascara, I used the Too Faced Waterproof Better Than And then for lashes, I used the Ardel Faux Mink in this style 811. I really like those too because they like flare out on the end and kind of pull your eye up a little bit. I like them. They're soft. I can't feel them because they're so lightweight. And as for the lash glue, that stuff dried quick. It got really tacky really easy. So, and I'll do a check-in later, let you guys know if it irritated my eyes or anything. For my lips, I used this lip liner. It's NYX lip liner in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. And then for lipstick, I used the Real Her in the shade Mauve. I think I got this in one of my little subscription bags that I get every month. So And I really like that color. It goes with the eye look very well. And for the center of my lip, I just took that highlighter shade that I used on my face and on my brow bone and just pressed that right in the center. So yeah, this is the final look. I'll check back in later with you guys and let you know how the lash glue did. Okay guys, here's a check-in on the lashes and the lash glue. It's held up great, no irritation, love it. Looking pretty good. We're going to eat right now. Well, we're going to Sephora first. Got to get some stuff for future videos and then we're going to eat dinner. So, but yes, it's doing good. All right, see you guys later. Bye. All right guys, that was it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. As always, give it a like, subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe. Cost you nothing, do it. Ring the little bell because in the future when I upload videos, that'll let you know whenever I upload. Also, comment what you guys want to see. I love getting those comments from you, and you never know, your look or your idea might get chosen. So that's it for today, and see you on the next one. Bye, Buggies.